Alright guys, you guys are back on the Gentry Boys YouTube channel. I really haven't got to post anything lately because we haven't really got to finish any of my videos. But the way I'm going to start videoing now is I'm just going to video what I do that day or whatever and get it all set. And then I'll just post it instead of waiting to finish it because like we got to wait for parts and this and that. That takes days, maybe sometimes a week. Who knows? But I'm just going to put these two videos together. Like I said, I'm just going to video what I do and just, progress, I guess. But really hope you guys enjoy this video and have a blessed day. Today, we're going to be doing a couple little things. Dad, we have been replacing the kingpins. But we did that. We're putting some new U-bolts in. I'm getting ready to tighten them up. And then we're going to be taking this motor out one day. But we got some other stuff we got to do real quick. But I'm going to go ahead and tighten these U-bolts down. Alright guys, we got it set on the ground. All the brakes are adjusted and everything. We're going to take it. We're going to end up taking that thing to the co-op, and then they're going to put some tires on it and align it and make sure it's all good and neat. Alright guys, so what we are getting ready to do is, I know you guys probably remember this video, spider web or something, but we took this sucker off, the head, and it had a burnt valve. Pretty sure it was like one of my last videos. I don't know. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is like everything loaded up, all tools I'll need and everything. But we're gonna go down here, that little green Freightliner down there, and they have the same motor and everything. And it's got a brand new head on it. So what we are going to do is we're going to take that head off the green Freightliner, put it on the red one, and go and get it up, get it running, and get it out of the way. But here's the old head for it. You can't really see it because obviously the valve's on the bottom. But yeah. So we're going to be taking the head off the green Freightliner, and we're going to put it on the red one. And I'm going to go over there and take it off. And then we're going to put it back on the red one. Let's get to it. Alright guys, this is the head we're going to be taking off. It's going to take a minute to do. But, yeah, this is the head. It's definitely going to be fun. Well, the turbo's already off, so that's a plus. I guess we can get that out of the way. And get all that junk up there out of the way. And then take the cam out and take the G8. It won't be that bad. It won't. I hope it won't be bad. Ain't the right idea. Anyway, we're going to get started. Alright guys, this is the next day. I went ahead and did a little bit of work. So I got all the head bolts out, got the 2 fuel lines in the back out. Got that there's a little brace. It sits right here. Oh, I didn't take it out. There it is. There's a little brace. This thing is covered in rat crap. And I'm gonna tell you, I've got a little greasy, but there's nothing like dealing with this whole bunch of rat crap, and they stink. It's disgusting. But one thing I do have to thank them about is, I guess this is where they went from here and then in here. Look at that rat crap and everything. But it's gross. But anyway, gotta thank them a little bit. Got both them fuel lines off. Well, I got one of them off, and the other one, it comes off another place. But this right here, it bolts in the back of the head. And this is your injector wires and your Jake brake, everything. Yeah, this is your injector wire and everything. So it all comes off in one thing. So if you do pull one of these heads off, don't forget to take that out, or you're gonna end up doing something pretty bad. But here's where the other fuel line came off at. It's kind of odd. I've never seen it, but that's it. But everything is off. Got all the head bolts out, like I said. Got that brace off. Got the injector wires and everything out of the way. Got everything unplugged and took off. Got the water pipes off, unhooked at least. See here, that should be everything. More than likely is everything. But what we're gonna do with this thing, this head is basically brand new. Oh, let's see, look at the bearings. These things look brand new. But anyway, it's the same motor that is in that International over there, that red one, or wine red, whatever you call it. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be taking this head, putting a head gasket on the other truck, setting this head down on it, get everything put together, and start the red one up. And we're going to get the red one up and going. The studs for the Mack, they still haven't got here. We don't know what the deal is with them, but it's kind of just set to the side right now. We have a lot more stuff to do. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to take this head off this thing. We're gonna clean it up, make sure it's all clean and sexy and nice, and you know it. I'm gonna go ahead and rip it off and go from there. Yeah, there's yeah, look at there. Alright, now we're gonna have to kind of tilt this thing up, slide it forward. It's gonna be kind of a big mess, but I'll get it. Probably not gonna be able to video it, it's just me, but I'll get it right back. We are going to be replacing a cam in this International. So this is one of Dad's old buddies. It's been sitting here for probably about year and a half, 2 years, but as you can tell right here, that cam, it's pretty gone. There's a couple other bad spots, but it's pretty bad. Basically I already took it apart and it's been sitting here for a good minute. These 2 caps, I'm gonna pop them off, and there should be a little plate in the back, and I already unbolted it from the front. There's one big bolt there. There's one big bolt right there that holds the cam in, well, to the gear or whatever. It's a brand new cam. It's pretty great. It's awesome. But we're gonna take the old cam out, putting this one in, and a bit. This will be kind of one of my projects I'm gonna be doing. This right here is that tool I was telling you guys about. It's like super deep welds, and it's got to fit over these threads right here. And it's down there. It's usually a 12 millimeter. That's what they always are on the 6 series. But we had to order this because we didn't have one that would go to it. One on the front and one on the back. Here's the back cap. These things are ordered, so what we're going to be doing is going to be putting the bearings and everything in it too. These little just guides or whatever, these are called the bearings. Alright guys, I've cleaned one, put the new bearing in. I'm going to leave these like separate because I'm going to clean up the other side, or the head, so I can put the bearing in so it'll be nice and clean. We don't have to worry about it. But first bearing is halfway done. Now we're going to go to the second one. Got the first bearing done. How you put these bearings in, there's like a little lip right here, right there, and then there's a little thing right here too. So you take it, just slide her in there, and then there you go. I'll be going back over these and retorquing them. Pretty sure they go at about 70 pounds. So alright guys, today is the next day. Yesterday I went, me and Paris went to a haunted house and everything. I had a great time. It was awesome. But today is the next day. I got the cam caps on and everything. Everything looks great. I greased the bearings and everything before I set it on there. You know, just in case, because this thing don't have any oil in it. Something else I'm about to do, or what we did, took the oil pan off. When we did take this thing apart a while ago, this thing had gunky oil in it and everything. It was just a really big mess. But we had to pressure wash it and get all that gunk and everything out of it. But we did that. So what we're going to be doing is, I'm pretty sure, here it is. We got an oil pan gasket and a valve cover gasket. And let's see here. I got the oil pan gasket, a valve cover gasket. I don't know what we have to. But anyway, we got everything we need, and if I get this thing finished up today, we're gonna get her done. Let's get to it. Alright guys, I've got both rails. They're nice and clean, everything looks good. There's a little bit of gashes on them right here, but they're not too deep to worry about. So they'll be fine. They'll look good. They look basically brand new. Other than that, I put some Permatex on that cap that covers the bolt for the cam. Press that. I'm gonna let it set for a second. I'll let it kind of, get gooey. Then I'm gonna bolt it on there. And then there's another thing we saw right here. See that injector? See that little pin? I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell the difference of the height? You can tell the difference. And then this one right here is kind of sitting down lower. See it? I don't really know if you can tell on camera, but we're gonna take this injector out and the back one. We're gonna go ahead and change them. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry. But we're gonna pop them out. Do that. But other than that, I'm gonna set the rails on. Well, we got to put the injectors in first. But I'm gonna get these bolts out. Alright, get these out, but I'm gonna change them injectors and then I'm gonna put that cap on. Everything's tight up there. We're going to be. Then I'm gonna start torquing it. Well, I'm gonna torque these two down. There's a bunch of stuff I gotta do. It's kind of just get all mixed up. But she's almost done. Look at that. That looks great. I mean, you're not kind of like just staring at it. First cam. Main thing I need to learn to do is I basically know how to do everything else except adjusting valves. Like you just gotta learn the filler gauges and everything. Gotta learn what size. Intake, exhaust, and injectors. Just gotta learn it all, kind of memorize it, You can always have a piece of paper or something, you know, put on there. You know, like Detroit, it's like 8 and 26 or 28. I think that's what it is. 8 and 28, I think. Yeah, I gotta learn all that stuff. Once I learn it all, then dang, I'll basically know everything. So like gunky stuff, if you're gonna tell. But this motor is completely full of that stuff. And we pressure washed it and got 85% of it out. Well, I'll say about 90%. Let me get like a screwdriver and pop that up. And one of these little, I think it was this, yeah, it was this one right here. But, see that? I don't even have the cap on. This thing drove to the ground. It's supposed to have this little, that thing right there on it. And then this kind of just snaps on. This is completely gone. Alright, I got the wheel panel cleaned up. All as good as I can get. Got all the bolts clean, put all together and everything. I got the gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and set it in there, put a little Permatex on there, so when we set it up in there, we don't have to worry about it, you know, coming out or anything. But then I'm probably gonna work on the valve cover gasket, and then yeah, so it's coming together pretty quick. Alright guys, I got all the gaskets on the valve cover and the oil pan. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put the oil pan on. That still hasn't made it back with injectors yet. But I'm going to go ahead and slip that on. And when it gets back, I'm going to put everything else together. It's going to be great. I'm excited to hear this thing run, honestly.
You ready to torque them?
Yeah, torque those.
Flip around, eh?
There you go.
I like these open trucks more than I do.
Alright guys, so this video was actually a really fun video. Me and Dad, it was a fun, time, I guess. The whole time was just a great time to do it. But one of the things we did do is before we adjust the valves, we was trying to turn over the motor and everything, make sure everything was good in there and everything, and it was locked down. We thought that when we pulled the injectors out, that the oil might have ran in there and seized the piston. So we pushed down all of the valves and it would not like release. So we just kept on trying things. We could not figure it out. Like, it was impossible. But we was tired that day, and Dad finally brought up the idea. He was like, I wonder if this thing's in gear. So I went in there and, I moved the shifter around, and this darn thing was in gear. Let me tell you, that is the most, I don't even know. It was just funny as crap. But we adjusted all the valves and everything. We got it all set and ready for the jakes to put on. Put the jakes on. There's one bolt that is broke off in the head. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try to get a reverse bit, and hopefully it will come out. And if it does not come out, we're going to have to heater cool it. And so we're going to have to drill it out, then heater cool it. Which we really don't want to do that. It's not fun. But anyway, that will be it for today's video. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.